Bloop. Hello and welcome.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hello there.
I liked that intro. That was a good one.
That was a good one. Who made that?
I think it was you, wasn't it?
No, I didn't actually.
No, that one was Tyler.
That was Tyler, aka Plead the Filth, aka the frequent dungeon master of Extra Attack, the D&D channel that I may or may not totally am involved with. And yeah, he made that for us because he's a cool dude.
I love that one. It's a good one.
I enjoy that one very much. That's actually what got us started on having a whole bunch of remixes made. Or when I say us, I mean mostly me, because
I made exactly 0 of them.
But you know, that's the one that like he made that for us because he was like, I just wanted to make a cyberpunk DrawBomb theme song.
You like Tyler,
like,
everyone.
Cool as fuck. Everyone give Tyler a look up and a follow, and follow Extra Attack to see more Tyler. They're a cool dude, and he made that, and that now we do multiple remixes of the theme song so that your ears don't get bored of the same shit. And you can submit your own remix by showing up to the Discord. You know?
In return, we'll play it on the stream, and we'll give you nice compliments like this.
Exactamundo.
Who wouldn't want that?
At length. Goodness gracious. Well, Brandon, co-host of
Yes, Ian, co-host of the show.
What have you been up to this last week?
Shoot. I've been working on some stuff. I've been working in my day job. What else? Got to visit.
Tell us.
Got to visit some family. That was pretty nice. It's great.
A super fun time.
Yeah, I like them. They're good people.
Cool. I hope so. You know?
Yeah. Well, you know, some people aren't so lucky.
Some people aren't so lucky, and I think we should all remember that.
Remember that some people's families suck, but not mine.
Your family's pretty chill, but they kind of embarrass you sometimes. Like, stop, just like fucking stop being such a dick.
Exactly.
But anyways, thank you so much for joining us on DrawBomb tonight, folks. And Brandon,
Yeah.
I just asked you what you've been up to.
Yes, so now you're waiting for me to ask you what you've been up to.
It's only polite that you ask me what I've been up to.
What if I'm not interested?
Then usually I will. Well, here's the thing. I feel like I'm bad at asking. Like, someone will be like, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I'll like be like, "Oh, you know, I did whatever." And then I'll just like forget to ask them how they're, you know. I'll just forget to ask them, like, how are you too, or whatever. And I don't know if that's true or not. Like, I might just be a very socially anxious person.
Ian, how have you been?
I think
this past
good.
week. Yeah.
And when I say good, I mean just like whatever. But like, I've been fine. You know, I can't complain. That's about it. I've been doing the same shit I've been doing. Yesterday sucked, but we'll get into that.
Yes. Thought that's where you were leading me.
Oh, really? Oh, no, I actually just thought about that.
Oh, okay.
I said that. I forgot. I just tried to put yesterday behind me. But I guess I should tell folks. I suffered a critical computer error. I turned my computer on in the morning, and I was supposed to do a thing with Extra Attack, actually. And I turned my computer on, and then my screens both turned a single color, and then
That sounds cool. Is that Windows 11?
Yeah, I guess I got the update.
Wow.
But here's the thing, and this sort of leads into what, you know, it's all connected.
Lead us.
But my computer has frequently been the kind to, like, all of a sudden the screens will, like, turn white or whatever for, like, a moment, and then they'll turn back on, and I'll be like, that was strange, but I guess it's fine. Computers aren't supposed to do that, but I don't know what to do about that or what it could possibly be. And also, my computer has had many blue screens of death over the past, like, year that I've had it, which I ignored. I just dealt with them. And,
Not a good
again,
screen.
that leads into everything. I mean, I had Googled the problems, and the Google results would be like, you might have a fucked up hard drive, and I'd be like, that would suck, but I apparently can still use it, so whatever. Anyways, yesterday my hard drive got corrupted, and I'm on, like, a fresh install of Windows. I'm squeaky clean, baby.
Wow. That house is clean.
As naked as the day I was born.
Wow. Did you lose a lot of data?
I lost. Well, here's the
Like
thing.
the important stuff? Or you
No,
have
I lost
backed up?
absolutely nothing. I
Oh
lost
yeah.
nothing. So
That's what I like to hear.
And here's the thing. The last couple times my computer died, like, and, like, I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't turn on properly or whatever. I was out of a computer then for, like, 4.5 months to 6 months, like, period. And I just didn't have a computer for that long. And I'm a digital artist, so, like,
You
that
need a computer?
fucking sucks. And computers are expensive. And I was worried it was a hard drive issue. Or not a hard drive. I was worried it was a graphics card issue, and that would have been impossible. But it was.
Those them chips. No one can find the chips.
No one can freaking get.
Where are the chips at?
Where are the chips at?
You know, it's like, why don't they just make more chips? You
Just
know,
put more in the oven, fellas.
that's what I say.
Jesus. Anyways, so the whole day I didn't have a computer, but by the end of the night, I'd finally gotten a fresh install of Windows on a backup hard drive. So here I am, and I have a new hard drive on the way. I'm very excited for it.
That is exciting.
And
I'm glad it was such an easy fix. It doesn't usually go that way.
It does not go that way. Usually for me, or for a lot of people, honestly. Computers are like the kind of thing where it's just like, shit. Well, here's the thing. I have had so many computer issues. I have 2 dead Sorry, I bumped my headphones into my microphone. I have 2 dead computers behind me right now that are computers from my past that fucking died in one way or another, and I just wasn't able to use them anymore. And with that combined with the extra computer Austin gave me, along with this one that he sold me for me to have a computer again, I have 3 computers behind me. So if like a part breaks down, like, I can make a Frankenstein computer right now if I really wanted to, like, sit down and, like, do it for an hour, but
There you go.
and I might do that just to, like, sell a Frankenstein computer, and then, like, cause I have
Is
3
everything
computers
compatible?
behind me. Like, I don't want to throw these things in the trash. Like, that's, like, such a waste of, like, plastic, and, like, if it feels like I would feel awful if I, like,
You should
just tossed 3 computers in a dumpster.
should boot those babies up and start farming some NFTs, right? That's how you make money. Boy, yeah, dude. Hell yeah, bro.
Bro, have you heard about crypto?
I haven't. Tell me about it.
So the thing about crypto is, it's like money, but it's also a computer.
Whoa, bro.
I know
Whoa.
you're asking yourself, this sounds like a scam, and
Yes.
it is. But
I hear
here's
that.
the thing. You stand to short term make a bunch of profit if the markets go your way for an extended period of time and you have the chance to like look at it, and also you can afford the crypto because like one Ethereum is like $100. It's like playing the stock market, except there's no rules at all. It's so cool, dude.
That sounds sick. We got Maddie F in the chat dropping some scat men. Says it's the Art Boys, or should I say the Fart Boys? Okay, settle down.
The Fart Boys in the chat.
We're here.
Folks, Maddie F has been streaming wrestling, and along with other things like Mass Effect, and the rest. It's been a lot of fun. I enjoy his streams.
Yeah, his stream's great. Check him out. Follow him. He recently was doing a wrestling game where he made us in a tag team.
I had a surreal experience last night when Maddie F. Or was it last night? Or I think.
Yeah, I believe it was last night.
Whenever Maddie F. was, I guess last night, when he was streaming this wrestling game. Because here's the thing. I, as a child, had a cousin who was into wrestling, and we would play many a wrestling video game and watch wrestling and etc. etc. But this one wrestling game we had, and it was like totally fucking glitched out. Like you would go into the main story and like get a certain point, and then all of a sudden the game would like erase your data, and you would have to start over. And it was just like, what the fuck, this game sucks. So we returned it. And like my whole that game came out in like 2001 or something like that. So like for 20 years, I looked this game up on Wikipedia to try and find it because I wasn't. I was like, did I imagine?
Is it No Mercy?
Like, it was No Mercy. Yeah.
Oh really? I feel like that's actually a pretty solid game. Like how it works.
It is. But and like the thing is, like what we played of it was really fun, but like it kept deleting our data. And this is like a Nintendo cartridge. Like they don't have like. It's just that it's not like how some games can really be glitchy like that nowadays. Like if the game's glitchy, like it's glitched, like that's it. That's the product. Like that's what you get.
Yeah. Now they can fix it.
Can't like update it, but and so I mentioned in the chat like, hey, this game looks like the one that etc etc etc, and I described it. And then Matty F confirmed that he was in fact playing the game that I had played, and that apparently the first shipment of the game had that bug.
Oh wow!
And
diggity dog. That sounds terrible.
So like a mystery that had been sort of just a background gravity in my life. Not really serious, but just sort of there, and me sometimes wondering, like, I wonder what that fucking wrestling game was. And fucking Matt confirmed it, and now I can like die. Now I can
finally, your unfinished business.
Yeah,
you can pass on to the next world.
Speaking of dying, we're drawing something right now.
We are. We watched a movie yesterday.
We watched a movie last night, and I feel like we should watch more relevant movies so we can talk about them. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Does that sound clickbaity? Am I?
What's your opinion about Squid Game?
I haven't seen it yet, but I should watch it.
I started watching it. I haven't finished it yet, but
you like it?
Yes, I like it so far. I'm curious to see where it goes from here, because it seems like people are really loving it, and I'm like, yes, it's good, but I'm not quite understanding the level of cultural, like how viral it's going. I haven't quite.
I feel that.
Like maybe sometimes it's hard when something gets so hyped up for it to live up to it. So I don't know. Maybe it's just
Netflix has a tendency to like twice a year have a show that comes out, and then all of a sudden it's all you hear about like on social media.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's just good marketing or if it's like people just really love it that much. I think it's. I mean, I like it. I never really hear people talk about a show so much as they are this one, like that often.
I kind of feel like. So like, you don't think it's like worth as much of the hype as like maybe it's getting on.
Maybe not. I haven't. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to decide. I'm thinking more is going to happen in the story. I'm like, I don't know, halfway through or something. But I do enjoy it. Don't get me wrong.
I have a friend whose opinions on like media and stuff I trust, and he was like, he was telling me like it's an instant classic, and I was like,
okay,
interesting. But also like, how do you feel about Stranger Things? I know this seems off topic, but I'm kind of I'm just curious.
I liked the first season quite a bit, and then everything since then has been functional but not really necessary.
Okay. Because I just remember Stranger Things, like the hype around that show seemed similar to, like, it's very like Squid Game, and people like, you know, freaking out about it.
I liked the first season quite a bit, and then I think the stuff since then has been fine, but not like I don't know why they're still making more. It feels like they're just remaking the same season over and over.
Right. They kind of like did what they needed to do in the first season, and like, there's not really.
I would have been happy if the first season was just like a mini-series and then it was done. That would have been great.
That's what that friend said about Squid Game. He was like, I hope they don't make any more seasons. I hope they just make it this season. Which, you know,
no, I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it quite a bit, but I'm just surprised. I'm not necessarily saying that the hype's unwarranted, but I'm surprised some of the people that are like coming up and telling me about it are like not the people that I would expect to be like into this show so much.
Interesting.
So I'm just like curious why it's such a cultural phenomenon right now.
Yeah. We also, I mean, I can't really talk much more about it because I don't know anything about it. But do you have anything else you want to say about Squid Game before I segue us like cleanly into a different topic?
Nah, let's go.
Okay. We also watched another movie that's a little relevant right now.
Suppose so. Tis the
like
season.
it just came out. But we watched the new Halloween.
Yeah, what's it called? Night. Halloween Kills? Is that what it's called?
Halloween Kills, yeah.
Ian, what'd you think about Halloween Kills? Would you recommend this film?
No.
It wasn't very good. I was expecting it to at least be like fine. It was kind of dumb.
I was expecting it to be fine, but like the like, and it started out pretty fine. But the levels of bad it reaches in some moments was just like confusing. Like
it was strange. It was the things that they focused on were really like weird, if that makes sense.
So like
they were trying to do something.
They were trying to do something.
Nailing it.
Yeah. And I also don't. Yeah, like here's so. I don't how spoilery do you think
we don't have to get not too spoilery. It just came out.
It just came out.
But we can talk a little bit about it.
I just want to see real quick. Yeah, the first shipment was glitched. They had to remake the cartridges for a second release after a few months. That's so crazy to me. I was so mad about that game as a 10-year-old child.
You got one of the bootleg copies that was supposed to get like thrown into a furnace or buried in the desert
like,
and
like E.T.
Yeah.
They had to remake. Oh yeah. You can quantum leap now. Exactly. I can quantum leap. I'm gonna show up in a new body. I'm gonna be like, what's the name of the guy who he's like in contact with in quantum leap? Like, does he have like a person he talks to?
I don't know. I haven't actually watched the show. I know a little bit about it.
The most of Quantum Leap I've seen are Robot Chicken parodies, and also like that one time we were at that karaoke bar in Michigan, and they were playing it on like that TV. I don't know if you remember.
Leviathan Den says, "Am I falling on deaf ear tonight?"
I don't know what you mean. That means. Don't know what that means. So I guess right now, yes. But he also spelt it deaf, like Def Jam.
Maybe that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, maybe he's saying like, "Yo, are y'all like, I don't know what deaf meant in that sense. I never like that was never like what is a Def Jam? Like I know it's supposed to be like R&B related.
It's when wasn't there a Def Jam fighting game?
There was, and apparently it was good.
You could play as Queen
I remember
Latifah and
you could play
beat up
that's
Snoop
it.
Dogg. It's a game
I
that was made.
remember I played like when Kyle and I first started hanging. Like Kyle and I knew each other in elementary school, and then I like moved away to a different school district, and then we sort of became friends again in like middle school, high school, and like the one of the first nights we hung out, like we played the demo for the Def Jam that like had come out for the PlayStation 3, and I think that was like the last one they made for the series.
Okay.
And that shit was so fun. We played that for like 3 hours, and we had one stage, and like you could only be the same two characters, but we played that shit for like 3 hours. We had so much fun with it.
Yeah, I think it was pretty well received.
That was before we smoked weed. I mean, Kyle's never smoked weed. Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
I think the game was pretty well received in general, but I don't really know anything about it. It's a funny concept to me. It's like, let's make Street Fighter, except it's rappers.
But like, I also feel like the game, like at least for Def Jam 3, I'd never played any of the other ones. Def Jam 3 felt like different. Like it felt heavier, but like I don't know. I really enjoyed the way it. Like a lot of like fighting games didn't feel the way I remember 3. I mean, I could be just completely like remembering it wrong, but I don't know. I remember it having like a sort of different vibe than like what fighting games have sort of decided is like how fighting games play. But I couldn't tell you any more than that. I mean,
Def Jam was different, man.
It's hitting different, dog. But
what do you want to say about Halloween Kills?
It fucking sucked. Stupid as shit. God, I just want to talk about it like in depth. Like I want to get into it. But
Jamie Lee Curtis is back, baby, and I'm not sure she ever left the one room the whole movie. I'm sure she worked for like a day on that movie.
Yeah,
and that was already more than she needed to.
Her appearance in that film felt like how in that new Godzilla with Bryan Cranston, all the promotions had Bryan Cranston in it, and then like he dies 20 minutes into the movie.
They're like, gotcha. We already got your money.
Oh no. Your audio's not working.
Oh, what?
I hear me.
It should be working. Strange.
I'm hearing both of us. I'm hearing double.
On the show?
Yeah, I just checked the stream out.
Oh. Well, then so maybe that's what Leviathan Dan was talking about too, but what's that about?
Yeah, what's going on with the audio, folks?
We have mixed people. Some people in the chat can hear it, some cannot. What's the deal?
Strange.
I don't know how that's even possible.
I'm so confused. I'm so sorry, folks. I don't know what to do.
Oh, Leviathan Den says they can hear us both. All right.
Okay. Well, I'll keep an eye in the chat. Let us know.
Okay, yeah, let us know if it's...
I appreciate everyone keeping an eye out for us. You know, we intend to give you the best experience. Halloween Kills. She was in a hospital. Like, all the commercials I've seen for Halloween Kills are, Jamie Lee Curtis like walking down a hospital hallway with a knife, being like, "I'm gonna fucking kill Mike Tyson."
Yeah.
Did I say Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Michael Myers.
I mean, we never see who's behind the mask completely. It might be Mike Tyson.
That's true. Hey, I was just gonna kill you. I've been watching a lot of Mike Tyson mysteries. I think that's why my mind jumped. But Michael Myers, Halloween, Michael Halloween.
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking kill Halloween.
I'm gonna kill Halloween. So when Halloween's going around killing like people the whole movie, spoilers. We're just gonna fucking talk about it. Spoilers for the new Halloween movie. Watch it on HBO Max or Paramount Peacock. One of the millions of streaming services, or on Putlock. I don't fucking care. Don't watch it, honestly. It sucks.
Yeah, don't watch it on any of these things.
Don't watch it on any of your streaming services. But she doesn't leave the damn room. She's in the same hospital room the whole time. And the entire time, it felt so weird. Because Michael Myers has never said a word in the entire series. But, like, 8 times throughout that movie, somebody will be in the hospital. Oh, I'm so sorry. Somebody will be in the hospital, and then they'll be like, Michael Myers is killing people. And then they're like, Michael Myers is on his way here. He's going to kill Jamie Lee Curtis. And it's just like, where are you getting this
Yeah,
information?
why do you
Like,
think
how do you
that?
know? I'm so confused. And as far as I can tell, no, he wasn't. Like, like
I know. He never
can we
came to
just
the hospital the
is
whole
it okay
movie,
if
did he?
he never he just went back to his house from the first Halloween movie. Like that's all he did. I'm just gonna spoil it. I don't give a
Halloween was just trying to go home. Halloween just wanted to go home. And everybody kept attacking him.
Yeah, everyone kept attacking him. I mean, that movie is so.
Halloween is misunderstood. He's a misunderstood
Halloween's a
man.
very misunderstood guy because
That was like my favorite joke. Is that the whole time we were watching the movie, we just kept referring to Michael Myers as Halloween. Like, oh fuck, Halloween's coming.
Oh no! Watch out for Halloween.
Made me laugh every time.
I'm glad. That movie made me laugh sometimes. Okay, so did you feel like the choice of targets in that movie was kind of weird?
Yes, I think it evened out a little bit more as time went on, but
It like okay, so he
had a
killed
weird start.
again spoilers, but he killed everybody by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I don't. Maybe I. If other people have watched it, I don't know. Let me know if you felt that. Sometimes I try and be ultra sensitive to things like. You know,
the first like 5 people he killed were like different disenfranchised groups.
Yeah, like he kills. Like one of the first people he kills in the movie are interracial couple. And like like I've never seen Mike Tyson. Jesus Christ! I've never seen Halloween. Like mutilate a body after he's killed it.
Yeah,
Until like he killed the white guy in the interracial couple. So it was just kind of weird because it was just he took basically like a whole chopping block thingy and just like fucking.
Just repeatedly stabbing a guy.
Oh wait, hold on. Shiny Doggy says that's so weird. I hopped over to another stream and there was no audio. It's here now. Okay, cool. I'm glad you can hear us. That's very weird. Maybe Twitch is having a hiccup. Thank you for joining us, by the way. I appreciate it, Shiny Doggy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So yeah, Halloween kills the interracial couple, and then he kills a couple of people who were like. There's like a weird undercurrent of vigilante justice throughout that whole movie. And at first it seems like it's glamorizing the concept of vigilante justice, but I do feel like by the end of it, because everybody dies, and like maybe not.
A cautionary tale about trying to be Batman.
Because like multiple times in that movie, they'll be like, "We're gonna kill Michael Myers. Here's my gun," and then someone will be like, "I've never fired a gun before." Well, what a great time for your first firing of a pistol is when like you're trying to kill a man who's murdered an entire like police force.
There's kids joining the like angry mob.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Come on, Stephanie, we're going to kill Halloween."
Yeah, we're gonna kill Halloween stuff.
Let's go.
Like, it's like a 15-year-old child. And it's just like, you're not gonna kill Halloween. You're gonna die.
No one can kill him. I think he's been like shot in the face before, and he's still just like keeps coming.
So, yeah, and so, like it's established by the end of the movie, I guess, that he's a otherworldly being who is invincible and cannot die. Because
I mean, that's established like by the first movie almost, because he gets his ass beat a lot of times, and he just keeps like getting up.
So like, but like I feel like a lot of those, it's never like there's a lot of injuries that people can like
Bounce
not
back
necessarily from? Yeah, they bounce back from them in movies. In real life, like you're going to be hobbled for the rest of your life if anything. You're not bouncing back from what just happened to you, sir or madam. But in a lot of the Halloween movies, like he'll get shot in like the shoulder, or like stabbed in the shoulder or something like that. Nothing that I feel like would
Only gets
like
shoulder injuries, that man.
he like it's a lot of stuff that like Hollywood has sort of like movies have conditioned us to be like, hey, like people can just survive these, I guess.
Yeah, not a big deal. He just got shot in the arm. You can just keep fighting. I've seen
just keep going.
a lot of movies
that
have proven that to me.
All that happens when you get shot in the arm is it hurts, but if you grit your teeth and power through it, it's like you never got shot. But in this movie, he gets like stabbed in like the spinal, like where the neck like meets
Spinal.
the head.
Mike Tyson gets spinal.
I broke my back. God, I love that video. But yeah, so like they kill like Mike. They kill Halloween. They kill Michael Halloween. And then he's just alive again and just kills everybody. So like it's definitively like set in the canon of this movie that I guess Michael Halloween is a otherworldly demonic presence that cannot be murdered. And it's like, okay. So what do?
You move away, because he only kills people in this one town, it turns out.
Yeah, move the fuck out. Like, don't move into that town. Like,
it can be his town from now on. We can all just go somewhere else.
Yeah. So sorry for everyone who we spoiled that movie for, but it was truly, there were some decisions made in that movie in terms of like editing, shots, composition, things like that were just truly baffling. Like when Michael Halloween is shown to be an immortal being, I guess. He kills a bunch of people. And like the way they shot that was like supposed to be like, I guess, dramatic and artsy, but it was just kind of dumb looking. It looked goofy.
Yeah.
I don't know, did you feel that way too when you watched it?
I did. It was I don't know, it was weird. It's weird how cheesy the whole thing felt.
The whole thing really felt cheap. Like
all the legwork has been done. It's just they've already. It's just all. You don't have to do much. He's a guy who just kind of walks around, stabs people.
Yeah.
And then the suspense builds itself, and I don't know. They tried to make it this whole thing, and it just felt really weird. And they kept bringing up like how it was like Jamie Lee Curtis, her daughter, and then her daughter's daughter, like these generation, like they all are involved with this, like it's their like job responsibility or something weird.
Yeah, we are the keepers of the Michael Halloween killing guy person family. I felt like so much of that movie, like the way things happened, looked like there was a huge sense of pathos I got from that movie. Where they like thought a shot that they were doing looked cool, but I was just like, it doesn't look cool. It actually looks dumb.
Yeah.
And we watched another movie actually after you went to bed.
What was that?
That felt similar, and we watched Wolverine Origins.
Oh God, I hated that movie.
Yeah, we watched.
I hated that.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say real quick, Leviathan Den says, you know what my favorite part of the movie was? The credits. Got that right. Actually, the opening
horror
credits
is
were my
finally
favorite
over.
part of the movie.
Yeah, they did this cool thing in the beginning where they did like a flashback, but like they had all the John Carpenter like music and type and stuff. Like they made it feel like not only was it a flashback to the time, but it was a flashback to like a different director.
Yeah.
Which was kind of an interesting move.
Yeah, and it kind of got me excited a little bit. Like they were paying homage. Maybe they knew what made the first movie so good. Nope. They didn't understand. They didn't understand. But yeah, so like that, like the Halloween Kills and Wolverine Origins gave me very similar vibes, where it felt like they were making the movie and they thought that what they were doing looked cool. But it didn't look cool. It actually looked incredibly dumb. Like there's so much in Wolverine Origins that like I guess we're supposed to think is like rad action, but it looks like the movie equivalent of like an 8-year-old smashing like action figures together, going like and then a fucking helicopter. yeah. It was just like dumb.
I think there's a lot of directors that struggle with that. I think Michael Bay is like a lot of times that's kind of like his whole MO is like,
It's true.
this is gonna be fucking cool as shit, and everybody watching is just like yawn.
Actually, Michael Bay, this looks dumb. This is dumb looking, Michael Bay, and you're dumb for thinking it's cool. Yeah, I don't know. Both of those, like Wolverine Origins, especially so. That movie was so bad.
Have you ever seen that
Do you
before?
want to talk about? I'd never seen it before. No.
Oh my god.
Want to talk about it?
I remember bits and pieces, but yeah, let's talk about it. It's fresh in your head, so
Yeah.
I'll let you kind of lead.
The movie opens with like Wolverine, and I guess his name's what, Badger, or
Logan?
What's the fuck? Logan? No, well, Logan's Wolverine, but who's the other guy?
Sabretooth?
Is his name Sabretooth?
I think so. Like his
Makes
arch nemesis.
Yeah. Well, his
He's from the
arch
comics
nemesis
and everything.
slash, like, brother. Played by like Liv Schreiber.
Yeah, Sabretooth.
Yeah.
That's Wolverine's arch nemesis.
Arch nemesis.
He looks very different in like the comics. He's like all like in like orange, like a orange like skin tight outfit.
Yeah, and Wolverine Origins, it's just Liev Schreiber in like awful mutton chops and like some goofy looking fangs, and also bad fingernails.
Oh yeah, I forgot they gave him fangs.
It's so dumb looking, and like he does like this animal like crawl towards people, and it looks so bad.
He's a Sabretooth.
He's an animal, truly. They start the movie off with him and like Wolverine and Sabretooth fighting in like World War One, World War Two, I think that Vietnam. It's just like them fighting in all the wars, and it all looked bad. Everything about the movie just looked bad. It looked dumb, but like it was supposed to be very dramatic, like opening credit sequence. Like they're fighting in 3 wars, dude. They're murdering. They're experiencing the traumas and horror of war, but also kicking ass because they're fucking Wolverine and Sabretooth. And it just looked dumb. It looked bad.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to think of other things from the movie that the whole movie just felt dumb, and it felt like they're like dropping in characters for like that were gone 5 seconds later. And it's like they were just trying to, hey, look who's here! This character you all know and love, and they're gone. They had 2 lines. Yeah. What a waste of Gambit.
Exactly, Gambit was such a waste, and also Gambit wasn't even really Gambit. He threw a card once, and then the rest of the movie,
that's his whole thing.
He's using like golf clubs to climb up a wall, or he's using like a fucking bow staff to chop a thing in half, and it's just like, who the fuck is this guy? This isn't Gambit. And he doesn't even have a Cajun accent. He just has like a generic like southern sounding.
Hi, I'm Gambit.
Hi, I'm Gambit. But like Gambit's supposed to be like, yeah,
that is what he does.
Mademoiselle, I am
So that was annoying to me, and then also Deadpool. First time you get to see Deadpool, and boy, he was great.
I find it so funny that Deadpool has been Ryan Reynolds twice, but like with 2 different origin stories.
Yeah.
He's great. He's a great Deadpool. The Deadpool movie that's more recent is very good. I haven't seen Deadpool 2 though, so I can't comment on that. So they have Deadpool in the opening sequence, which, by the way, they could have just started with them like doing the stuff as like their group of people, like Wolverine, Sabretooth, Will.i.am, Deadpool, the guy who looks like a big giant Elon Musk. They could have been like just starting the movie off with that instead of them fighting like every war that America has been involved in.
Are you suggesting they do Wolverine Origins minus the origin?
Well, no, like we don't need a 5-minute overwrought opening credits sequence, my guy.
I agree with you.
don't give a fuck that you fought in World War One, Two, and Vietnam. This looks dumb. But anyway, so they have Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool in the beginning, and he's like wisecracking, and he's classic Deadpool. Oh, that guy is such a
Hey.
scoundrel. And then he comes back later on in the movie, and they've like melted his mouth shut, so
He
Deadpool
looks
is no
so
longer
gross.
like. He looks gross. He looks dumb, and also like the point of Deadpool is he's the merc with a mouth. That's his tagline. You literally took away his mouth. Like, what did you do? What did you do?
Who thought this was a good idea?
Who? It doesn't make sense. Jesus
like,
Christ.
He's like shooting lasers and shit.
Yeah.
Like sword arms.
They gave. Oh my. There's also sword. Why did you give him sword arms? How is that more convenient than just having him have swords? Like
I love.
He
that
might
is what they
drop
came
a
up with.
sword, I guess. What? Tell him to not do that. Train him to not drop swords.
He's very good at swords. He's not gonna drop them. Yeah, why'd you just melt them into his arms? Why not just?
He was already good enough with swords. You established that in the beginning of the movie. So dumb. Oh my god.
It's confusing how the writers got there, but I want to know also like the people who like experimenting on him in the room or whatever. Like how do they're like, so what should we do next, boss? I don't know, maybe sword arms.
Yeah.
You got him shooting lasers. Yeah. All right. Let's just cut his hands off and put some swords in there.
Yeah, and he can teleport too. Because why the fuck not? Let's just.
Can he teleport? I didn't remember that.
He can teleport, yeah. Because Will.i.am can teleport.
He can do it all. That one.
Yeah.
Is he Weapon X? Is that like the whole?
I think Wolverine is Weapon X. Deadpool is something else. Like Weapon X. What maybe? Okay, so Wolverine's probably Weapon 10. Deadpool's Weapon 11, because then the girl Wolverine that they introduced eventually is Weapon 12 or something like that.
I forgot about girl Wolverine.
Yeah. But anyways, what was that?
What a good movie that was.
Logan?
No, Wolverine Origins.
Oh, Wolverine Origins. Oh my god, so fantastic.
I loved it.
That was a bad movie night movie for sure. Jesus. I'm sorry anyone in the chat who likes Wolverine Origins. I don't want to demean, like, I know we just shit on 2 movies, and I don't want to, like, be that asshole who's just like, your thing you like fucking sucks.
I don't think there's many people that like that.
I mean, like, there might be, like, and I don't want to,
probably
like,
a few.
diss them.
Maybe the guy who made it.
Here's the thing, I enjoyed my time watching both of those movies, but maybe just not for the reasons originally intended. But if you like anything that we shit on,
you're allowed to.
Like, you're allowed to. You're totally allowed to like that stuff.
Leviathan Den says Logan was amazing. I loved Logan. Have you seen that, Ian?
Nope, I have not.
You should. It's really good.
Good.
I recommend it.
Can I say one last thing about Wolverine Origins?
You can say as many things about Wolverine Origins as you want.
That shit was so trash. The last thing I want to say about Wolverine Origins is that at the end of the movie, Liev Schreiber, aka Sabretooth, is it makes no sense. He, at the last possible moment, like, helps Wolverine. Like, Wolverine is, they're about to fight Deadpool, and then Liev Schreiber shows up, and, like, Wolverine gets knocked off of, like, a nuclear power plant thingy, and he's about to fall to his death. Or I guess not, because he's Wolverine.
Yeah.
But anyways, Liev Schreiber catches him and goes, "Only I'm allowed to kill you." And it's just like, okay. That's dumb. Like, you could just have your foe die and, like, your life would be better off. But also then, after that, he and Wolverine work together, and, like, Liev Schreiber's, like, sacrifices himself to save Wolverine. Like, he's, like, supposed to have redeemed himself in, like, 2 minutes. The whole movie, he's been, like, an awful person who's, like, killed Wolverine's, like, friends, killed Wolverine's family, killed, like, the people Wolverine loved, just, like, and, like, killed other mutants. Like, he's not redeemable in, like, 2 minutes because he's just been an awful, brutal murderer. Like,
he caught him, though,
like, we've
so
watched him.
they're friends.
He tried. he tried to like assault a woman in Vietnam in the beginning of the movie. Like he is not redeemable in like a minute. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I said, but he caught Wolverine, so now
Caught
he's cool.
Wolverine. He's so
He's cool
cute.
now.
God,
Thanks for
yeah,
catching me, bro.
thanks for saving my life, dog. Like I can't wait.
I forgive
To
you.
live. And then like yeah, Wolverine forgives him, even though like Wolverine's scene it's so dumb. So bad. Anyways. That movie
So,
was fucking god.
go see Wolverine Origins in theaters now.
Yeah, in theaters now. We also watched a few more bad movies, but
Last
some of them
night?
we didn't watch with you. Not last night, no. But I just wanted to talk about Point Break.
Yeah, I think you should.
But I don't want to talk about it too much because you weren't there for that, and you also really want to see it.
I haven't seen it in a while. I saw it years ago.
Well, not like I've seen the original Point Break. I love that movie, but
They remade it?
They remade Point Break.
Oh my god.
Wait, are you being serious? Are you doing a
I
video
didn't.
now?
I missed that detail. I thought you guys watched the original.
No, I mean I've watched Point Break before. I love that movie. That's not a bad movie at all. That's a great movie. Catherine Bigelow, she did a great job, and she directed Hurt Locker, where she finally got recognized for her fucking awesome movies.
The remake is bad, is what you're saying.
The remake is like such trash. Like oh my god. It's something to behold, truly, like how bad the remake is.
Where did they go wrong?
Everywhere, just every conceivable way it went wrong. There's nothing like Point Break, the original, is like a bromance movie.
Yeah.
And like you kind of like enjoy the friendship that Bodhi and Johnny Utah like have throughout the movie. They do a good job selling it somehow. I don't know why. And then in this movie, like they tell us they're friends, and like we get the idea that they're friends, and like Bodhi kind of like is nice to Johnny Utah, but I never get a very deep sense that they're like buddies.
Okay, so there's just like no reason for any of it if they're not.
Yeah, like the bromance aspect is not done well enough. And then they do the scene from Point Break where he has a good shot on Bodhi and he can't take it, so he fires his gun into the air a whole bunch and goes,
Yeah.
Ah! They redo that moment. Like that's the one, like the whole movie is different except for that one moment right there. But like you know the setup for like how it happens is different, but you can see it coming like from a mile away when it's like they're gonna do it, and then they do it and like, oof, it's embarrassing. I don't know. It's just such a bad redo of a classic scene.
You know,
it's just bad.
Keanu and Peaceways, they got it down the first time. We don't need to do this again.
They need to do it again, and it's just bad. And it's funny, and there's a love interest in the movie, obviously, because Point Break, the original, had a love interest, but she gets like 3 lines in the whole movie, and then she died. Like she talks 3 times. You see her in a bikini in the first scene she's in, and then she fucks Johnny Utah, and then she dies because it's like all she's apparently good for in the movie is like you fuck and then you die.
Point Break remake does not pass the Bechdel test.
It absolutely does not. It barely passes, like, it barely passes the point in the Bechdel test where it's like has women in the movie. Like it falls short of that. That's how bad the Bechdel test is. Like, it's oh my god. And then yeah, it's just and the guy who plays Bodhi, who is Patrick Swayze's character from the first Point Break, just has like a Tommy Wiseau accent, and like nothing against the guy. Like if you have an accent, like obviously that's nothing to be ashamed of, but he sounded like Tommy Wiseau the whole time.
It can be distracting, you know.
It was a little distracting. I didn't know why. Everyone also had terrible tattoos. Also no shame on tattoos, but like the tattoos in that movie were dumb. Like
no shame on good tattoos.
Yeah, there's no shame in good tattoos. There's no shame in bad tattoos. Like you can't, that shit's permanent. I don't know. If I got a bad tattoo, I don't know. I wouldn't want
All you
people
feel is
making fun of
shame.
me for it. Yeah. But everyone's tattoos in that movie were god awful. And Bodhi, aka Patrick Swayze, like for a European guy, why do you have like tribal armbands going on you? Like, are you part of a tribe? No, you're not. You're like vaguely German, European, or French or something like that. Like, what are you doing? So dumb.
Just some good old fashioned cultural appropriation.
Yeah, appropriate some culture and like so stupid. And then like just nothing. Like everyone was just trying to constantly look cool the whole time. Like Bodhi had like hair that would like wisp in front of his face, and he'd be like, "My hair is so messy in front of me. Let me tell you about the Ozaki it." And everyone was trying to look cool, and then like there was just no charm in the movie. It was just a very like I don't know. Every creative decision in that movie made me mad. And I think that's all I really have to say about Point Break the remake.
Cool.
Welcome to
So
DrawBomb. I talk about movies that are like 8 years old.
go
Go ahead,
see
what were you gonna
Point
say?
Break in theaters
Yeah.
now.
In theaters now. Go pick it up.
Pick it up from your local Blockbuster or Family Video.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
The entire soundtrack of the new remake is ska.
Yeah. I should actually make a ska version of the DrawBomb theme song.
Yes,
That'd be super
yes,
fun.
you should. Go get your trumpet and your checkered shoes and your fedora.
I used to practice how to do mouth trumpet.
Then you let it go.
Yeah, I decided to put it down.
Damn. It's a shame, you know.
Now it's all rusty. I'm done.
Let's create an acapella ska band and be the most annoying fucking thing that ever existed.
That'd be so. Do you like acapella music at all?
I
Do you
I
ever,
don't
like,
know
hear
who
an
listens to
acapella
acapella music.
Do you
Except
ever
for
like
people
hear
who
a
do
song
that.
and think, "Wow, I love this, but I wish the instruments were people's mouths"?
No, never.
Okay, I was just curious. Is there an audience for that? Like,
I think
feel like-
the audience of acapella music is mostly people who did acapella themselves.
I think you're right.
Wow,
not
we're
to
just
shit
really
on you if
shitting
you
on
like
everything.
acapella music.
No, that's
Yeah,
cool.
why are you
It's-
so negative this episode? I'm sorry,
You know,
everybody.
nobody. Who are we? What do our opinions matter?
Yeah. What are we gonna do? Praise
don't
things
care
all
what I
day?
like.
No.
You
It's more
guys don't
interesting
care
if we
what I
disagree.
like. You can like your own things. That's fine.
Brandon,
What?
what do you like?
I don't like anything.
That can't be true. Come on. Maybe you like not liking things.
What do you call the combination of ska and acapella? Ska. I'm trying to think of
Acapella?
it. Ska capella. Trying to think of it.
How did you not come to that immediately?
It just
That
didn't
was,
sound right. It felt like there had to be something better. I was trying to thread the needle
No, that's
there.
like I want to make a ska capella song now because of the name ska capella, or I might just name a band ska capella and not make that kind of music. What if I made heavy thrash metal?
That'd be great. You should. You can scream into the microphone. You should do a death metal version of the DrawBomb theme song.
Oh my god, you're right. That would be super fun. I should do a whole bunch more remixes. I should do 10 more.
Death metal seems like it'd be fun to play,
Yeah.
but I feel like my throat would explode and like blood would spray out of my throat if I had to sing like that.
Boom. That's the best I can do. I'm not gonna.
It's not bad.
I watched a TikTok on how to do scream voice thing, like the you know what I mean?
Yes.
I watched a TikTok on how to do that.
So you know how to do it now?
No, I don't remember anything from that shit. Not gonna teach me in 3 minutes, you dumbass.
Jeez, OP.
Um, I'm coloring over this dude. I was listening to a podcast and they once said that ska music is the music that a fifth grader hears in their head when they get an extra mozzarella stick at lunchtime. And I was like, that's
a really funny description.
It's accurate. I mean, I love ska music. But
it does feel very accurate.
What's your favorite ska song?
I don't know a lot of ska music. Here I go and
either.
Deflecting a question you asked me. It's my main. I know and you every time. I don't know much ska or any really. I like Scatman.
Scatman Crothers.
I remember like Real Big Fish, a few of their songs from like, I don't know, basketball and like weren't there some in like ska songs in like Tony Hawk or something?
Probably. I feel like Real Big Fish, there was like people who were making animations on Newgrounds who were all big fans of Real Big Fish. So you'd like
Real Big fans?
Real big fans. If they don't call their fan base that, what are they doing?
They better be.
But there was just like a bunch of people making animations on Newgrounds, and they would use like Real Big Fish as like background music. So I feel like, excuse me, I feel like that's where I heard a lot of Real Big Fish was through Newgrounds animations.
We're big fish heads.
Real big fish heads. Fish heads. Fish heads. Roly poly fish heads.
Where do I know that from? What is that?
Fish heads. Fish heads. Eat them up. Yum.
What is that from?
Comment lips in the chat if you remember Fish Heads, the song. I don't know what it's from. I just know of that song.
Oh boy. Let me look this up.
Eat them up.
Don't
Yum.
eat up fish heads.
Fish heads. Fish heads. Roly poly fish heads. Fish heads. Fish heads. Where's the horror movie that's gonna use a weird that song? They've already like distorted their voices, so like they should do like a spooky version of like that song played on like a Jack in the Box or like a killer. The Fishman. Oh my god, we should just draw a serial kill like movie slasher characters that we're making up.
Alright, we'll do that
Once
next.
we're done with this. Yeah, that'll be what we'll do next. And folks, if you want to join in as well, fucking do it then. Dick.
Jeez. We'll show your drawings off if you do it, you sons of guns.
We should also, I had an idea. There's Aggie.io, which is basically...
I didn't know that there is that.
It's a website that's basically draw a pile, but a website that's in a browser, so you don't have to like install anything. You can just kind of use it right there. So like we could make a Aggie.io that people could draw in, and then we show off what people have made.
That'd be fun.
When we decide to. Yeah, that'd be kind of a cool feature. I mean, it'd be totally stealing from Lord's Spew Streams, having the Aggie.io sort of incorporated, but I'm okay with it.
I'm sure he'd be okay with it too.
I'm sure. We'll discuss.
What am I looking at here on the bottom left where his hand is? I'm not sure.
What do you mean?
Right, like the spot right here. I'm not sure how to color that.
It's a gun.
Oh, it's a gun.
It's a gun.
I get it. I get it now.
Yeah, now you get it.
I'll let you finish coloring that one up.
What layer did you do that on?
I'll never tell. I did on Chaps 2.
That's 2. Alrighty. I'll get on it. Did you find anything out about fish heads?
It's like an old... I think it was like on a Dr. Demento album. It was like some novelty song by a band called Barnes and Barnes.
It definitely has the sounds of like a novelty It's weird as shit.
Leviathan Den says, so I just made some pineapple smoked jalapeno chicken fajitas. Wow.
Love a good
And he says,
chicken vagina.
sounds great. And it says, and my God, are they fucking spicy as hell. You'll be in spicy ass hell tomorrow. Am I right?
Your butt's gonna be in spicy ass hell.
Oh,
wait, is that what you're saying? You were saying
that is what I. Yeah,
joke?
that's exactly what I was
sorry.
saying.
I
No, it's all
realize
right.
now that the word ass was in that sentence, and
No, it's fine. Just steal my joke. What I'm saying right here. Just
I'm
take
so
it right,
sorry,
right out of my hands.
I didn't mean. Everyone knows that when you eat a spicy, your fucking ass turns into Old Faithful.
What handles spice better, your mouth or your butt?
Well, technically your butt going in, but definitely not. I don't know.
I don't put
definitely just not your
peppers
mouth.
into my butt.
Hey, you got a ghost pepper challenge. Put this ghost pepper up your butt.
Wow, that sounds like a trip to the hospital. Not that we are kink shaming people who like to put hot peppers in their butt. Enjoy
You
yourself.
like to put hot peppers up your butt.
It's your God-given right.
Not judge you. Like, we are a non-judge. We don't yuck yums. We said that first episode. We maintain it to this day. We do not yuck yums. If you want a ghost pepper up your butthole, fucking go right
Enjoy
ahead,
yourself.
man. Have a blast.
You've earned this.
If you want somebody to film it, like, maybe I'll do it for like $20. Like, it's not. I'm kind of curious what that experience is going to be like for you, and so I'm cheap, but like, you know,
I don't want to be there for it in person.
I'll film it. Is what I'm trying to say. If you're putting a ghost pepper up your butt,
You sound like
contact me.
You want to
I'll
film
it. Do you remember Hot Pepper Gamer, like that YouTube channel?
Yes, I do a little bit.
I like that concept. That's it. That's all I got. I like that they would eat a hot pepper and then review video games.
There's a lot of people who have made entire series just about doing things while eating peppers, which is there's a market for it.
When I have a coworker from the bank, and she and I agreed that if we ever managed to get onto the Hot Ones a game show, we would be a team. We'd crush it because I can handle spicy food pretty well, and she said she literally just doesn't feel spice. Like, it just does not.
That's bizarre, but kind of cool.
Superpower.
I probably wouldn't do well. I don't know. I like spicy food. I like it, but not like novelty spicy. I like really spicy food. I don't have a number for you. I don't track
it.
I can eat.
Quantify your Scovilles, Brandon.
I like spicy food. Oh my god. I like spicy food.
Okay.
Yeah, the stuff that's like, this is the hottest shit you'll ever taste. It'll burn your fucking mouth off. It's called Devil's Piss. It's in like a bottle with like a skull and crossbones on it, and you put one drop on your food and it will ruin your food and your mouth. Enjoy. Like, I'm not interested in that. And there's like a big market for that because people are like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, this is gonna hurt me? That sounds fun. No.
I would bet you $1 that Devil's Piss is a hot sauce that exists.
It's got to.
I believe it. I am on board. Devil's Piss, probably a hot sauce. I'm gonna Google it.
But I don't like that stuff. But I do like spicy food.
Well, Devil's Piss is the name of a cocktail that involves Bacardi. But wait, hold on. Oh, this is a beer. Yeah, it seems like Devil's Piss has been sort of captured by the... Oh, wait, nope. Don't
in the chat. We got some Devil's Piss in the chat.
Yeah. There's a hot sauce called Don't Piss Me Off. But Devil's Piss is apparently the name of a cocktail recipe or something like that.
Okay.
Wait. Devil's Piss habanero hot sauce.
I was gonna say, Leviathan Den posted some Devil's Piss hot sauce in the chat.
Lord, I can't believe you nailed it. Did you know that existed, or did you just pull that out of your ass? Like Leviathan Den will be pulling out hot sauce out of his butt.
Interesting. It's got 60 habaneros in its recipe.
Good lord.
That's a lot. And,
Amazing to
you
me
know,
that you just-
2 tablespoons of molasses to cut the 60 habaneros you put in.
Adds a little bit of sweetness to it, you know.
There you go.
You want the 60 habaneros to taste good.
The blog that this recipe's on is called Fuck Yeah Nom Noms.
I am sold. Somebody got me a subscription to Fuck You Nom Noms. I'm gonna support their Patreon. Have you had ghost peppers?
I've had them like in stuff. I haven't just had a ghost pepper though.
I mean, I don't think I've had. I think I don't remember, but I know I've had a ghost pepper hot sauce. I visited Austin and New York like a while ago, like years ago, and we went to a hot sauce shop and got some ghost pepper hot sauce.
I've had.
And it was delicious. Fucking ghost peppers actually taste very good. And they're
Yeah.
dry.
That's the thing. I think habanero has like really good flavor, but it's a little too spicy for me, like generally. Leviathan Den says that looks 100% unpleasant as fuck. 60 habaneros with like exclamation point. Yeah, that's a lot. That's enough to put me in the ground, kill me.
Would you if Hot Ones was like, we want to interview you, would you like to come on the Hot Ones? Would you take it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, I feel like that's a good opportunity, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I dream of being on Hot Ones. I would love to do hot. I want to like order that they like sell cases so you can do the Hot Ones challenge like.
You should do it. Then do it on the stream.
I want to do that. I'm down. Like, don't even tempt me. We'll do it. We'll make it happen.
But I figure if you do it, then I'm gonna have to do it too, huh?
Tell you what. I'll be Sean. You be the guest. I'll just ask you a bunch of questions that you can't answer because you don't know the answer to them off the top of your head.
Yeah, I'll just never answer any of them.
Yeah, and then I'll ask you
thing.
questions.
I'll be Coolio and I'll just take a nap.
I think his name's Sean on that show. It's like Sean Evans or something like that. I feel like.
Are you doing a bit right now?
What?
I was saying Coolio is like one of the guests. I wasn't saying the host.
Oh no! I was just sort of. I got lost in my own thought. I said his name was Sean, and I was just like, is his name Sean?
Gotcha.
I think his name's Sean Evans.
You're like, no, I don't think his name's Coolio.
No, his name's not Coolio. Can you give us your best Coolio impression right now?
Hey guys, I'm Coolio.
So
all
good,
right.
dude.
Keenan and Kel's about to start.
You nailed it, man. You nailed it.
Thanks. I've practiced a lot. I moonlight as an impressionist. I can do anything.
Time well spent. Time well spent.
Yeah, that's what everyone loves is an impressionist. You know.
Yeah.
I love going to like a comedy show and then they just do voices the whole time. It's great.
The whole time. I love hanging out with people, and then the one guy started doing like impressions. He's so cool.
I love when you're hanging out with people and then somebody's like, "Hey, Brandon does a great so and so. Do it now. Do it." And you're just like,
do it.
"Oh,
Do it.
yay!
Do it.
Now I get to show my craft. That's what I want." Okay, Leviathan Den has a story about a ghost pepper. Leviathan Den says, "I ate a ghost pepper one time. Honestly, it was the worst 18 hours of my life. Every time my stomach turned to like digest the pepper, I was literally in 20 different fetal positions just trying to subside the pain to a different part of my stomach for any relief. It was like a hole was being burned from the inside to the outside down to my kidneys. I don't recommend it to anyone." So there you go.
Well, folks, you heard it here first. Leviathan Den's a little bitch who can't handle their peppers. I'm kidding, man. That sounds like it was awful.
That's horrible.
Wish that experience on anybody. I love ghost peppers, though. I have a lot of fun with them. But that sounds awful. That sounds absolutely awful.
I had like ghost pepper cheese and stuff like that. Stuff with ghost
Ooh.
peppers in them, but I've never just straight up mowed down a ghost pepper.
Yeah, I don't think I feel like I've eaten a single ghost pepper like by itself at some point, but I can't say for certain. I remember.
Says they'll never order a drawing from you again, you dick. You just
Yeah.
lost a customer.
I lost a customer. God damn it. I sounded so sad there. So when I was working in the restaurant, we had this guy from Colombia who worked with us for like a month or two. And he was always talking about like living in Colombia and things like that, and like, you know, oh, like I have machismo and things like that. And then like the one time he's like, yo, do you want a pepper? Like let's both eat a pepper. And I was just like, okay, sure. And I expected him to handle it better because you know, Colombian food's a little more spicy.
Plus, he brought it up.
He brought it up too, so I figured he was just, you know, so like we both ate the peppers, and like I was kind of fine. Like sure, I kind of like, I was hot, like little teary, little like sinusy, but like he like spit it out and like got milk and like everything. And I was just like, I can't tell if this makes him really bad at peppers or if this makes me really cool. I don't know right now, but
why not both?
Why not both? But yeah, I enjoyed that moment of being like better at spicy, because like up until that point I was just like, I suck at spicy food. But I guess not as bad as, you know, some people can be.
Turns out you're great at spicy food. You're natural.
Fucking G. Turns out I'm like cool as shit.
I didn't even know it.
I don't even have to talk to you anymore. Like, I'm too cool for skill. Do you think this drawing's done?
Yes. I do. Let me save it.
Alrighty.
Halloween has come to town.
Halloween
The title
has
spoils
come.
the movie when it says Halloween Kills, because he totally
Yeah.
does.
He killed, I think, in that movie, spoilers again for anybody watching, I think he killed literally everybody but Jamie Lee Curtis and like Jamie Lee Curtis's granddaughter. Right?
Yeah, I think you're right. They have to bring her
'Cause,
back
like,
in the next one.
He killed the entire mob, like everybody.
He killed a mob.
Killed all of them.
Pretty impressive. He came after a group of firemen at one point, and one of the firemen hold up like a jaws of like a saw that's made for like cutting people out of stuff. And then he just like walks past it and just like stabs the guy in the face.
Well, then doesn't he buzzsaw one of the firemen with that saw too?
Yeah, I think he takes it from him. But the guy who has the saw doesn't even try to use it.
No.
Really calls his bluff.
Yeah. God, what a terrible movie that was.
Wasn't very good. Well, John Carpenter has famously said, it's like, I love it when they remake my movies because I just get a check in the mail and I don't have to do anything.
That's gotta be such a good feeling.
Yeah. There's some creators that get really mad about their works being kind of like bastardized or whatever, but dude, I think you should just enjoy your check, and who cares if people still, it just makes yours look better every time they make a worse like copy of it.
Yeah. Who was the serial killer we were talking about earlier?
Is it the Fishman?
Fishman, that's right. Okay.
Should we all draw the Fishman, or should we?
No, you can draw your own.
Draw different serial
I'm gonna
killers.
try and draw multiple serial killers, folks. If you want to draw a serial killer,
Like a
in
slasher.
like the new slasher movie, let us know, or draw it and then post it in the Discord, and then like maybe let us know in the chat, because sometimes we don't keep a close eye on the Discord.
Or also, if you want to suggest like a name of it, you can make it like very like vague context if you want. But if you like Fishman, if you want to suggest a name of a killer, I'll try to draw it.
Do whatever the frig you want. Like,
I know,
have
dude.
fun. So, have you thought about your serial killer?
I'm not sure what to make. I might like use a prompt thing to just give me like a word or something. Noun
The
generator.
philosopher. The Atlas.
Wow, so he's an intellectual, huh?
He's like a guy with a giant globe that he smashes on people.
It could be like we watched *Malignant* and they made this like weapon out of like a ward, and then she's like killing people.
Oh yeah.
This weird.
You stab people
Award
with the
knife.
Hippocratic Oath award, which is just funny because it's like, do no harm or murder a bunch of people with a statue motto that says do no harm. So this is random, but I looked up a chef's hat. Why do you think chef's hats are
Weird.
Why do you think chef's hats are?
I'm assuming it's some old thing that we're still doing. Because there's a lot of clothing things that serve no function, but we're just used to them. You know?
Yeah.
Like when I see a movie and it's like the future, or it's supposed to be like in space, and somebody just has like a stupid like
Yeah.
thing that's very like ornamental but has no purpose. I'm like, I guess like a tie is kind of that way. It does nothing. It's just a weird strip of fabric that we decide looks good.
There it looks. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm assuming it's just probably like some French thing they've been doing for hundreds of years, and
Do you think
I have no idea why it looks like
designed that way because it looks like a souffle?
The reason that they make the hat that way is so that you can fit a rat inside.
Oh, so you can. Gotcha. Just so you can. Is Remy the rat and him controlling Linguini or whatever that guy's name is that a mech like in Evangelion?
I think that counts as a mech, honestly.
Yeah.
I love those like comparisons. So, like, we've talked about this on the show before. There's this really funny like chart that like talks about kaiju's, and the funniest one was Clifford the dog. Which
Yeah, Clifford the big red
kind of
dog.
true.
I like how the woman in B, the human woman who ends up wanting to fuck the bee in Bee Movie is a kaiju to the bees, which is funny. I've seen one that says that Fresh Prince is an isekai. An isekai is an anime where like the main character falls through a portal to a different like world.
Okay.
So Will Smith takes taxi
Fish
cab.
out of water story.
Yeah, it's a fish out of water essentially, but like usually involves being in a whole different dimension or something like that. But yeah, like Fresh Prince as an isekai cracks me up.
Leviathan Den says, all jokes aside, I actually love my commission that Top Guy did for me. He's a very talented artist, and I would recommend you get an exclusive drawing from him ASAP. Perhaps even tonight, if you're cool enough. You heard it here first, folks. That's Top Guy Yo. Oh, and BM Chaps is here too. I guess to check out his store. Wow,
Yeah,
you read the copy
BM
word for
Chaps.
word, just like we paid him to.
Good job, Leviathan Den. Your check is in the mail.
That
folks, if you wanna.
I feel like I should have proofread that ad before we ran it, because it seemed to lean heavily in your favor.
Yeah, fuck you, my dude. Like,
Oh,
eat
man.
my dick and buy my commish.
I don't want to do that.
The life of a commission artist. Suck a dick doing commish. Wait.
People will keep commissioning me to do that, and I'm like, I mean, that's not the normal kind of art I usually do, but I guess I need the money.
Alright, I guess. I didn't know I'd be getting into jewelry. I'll let you put that joke together. But anyway.
Leviathan Den says, yeah, that's kind of fucked. Sorry, BM Chaps. Oh, it's okay. I agree.
Suck a
Top
dick,
Guy Yo is a
man.
great artist. I'm gonna go buy some of his stuff right now.
Please buy some of my stuff right now. Please go buy some of my stuff right now. Buy
You have
my
stuff-
book!
You have stuff available?
No.
Oh.
No, jack shit.
You should commission him, though. That's what you should do.
Maybe that's why I'm
I'm gonna
unsuccessful
commission
now.
him right now.
Buy
Hey.
my book!
Hey, Ian, can you draw
Buy
me?
my book!
Can you draw me a fish, man?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'll
See,
get it done in
folks,
like the
it's
next 10 minutes.
that easy. And I don't have any money, but I could pay you in exposure.
Oh, dude, that's my favorite.
I'll mention you on my blog that no one reads.
I don't even have to sign a contract. It's my favorite. Hell yeah.
Gotta love
This
that
exposure. How do I cash it in for groceries?
I think exposure is like the next like crypto thing. Somehow find a way to scam people into spending money on it.
Oh, okay.
You can go to the grocery store and just tell them how much exposure you have. And then,
I'll make sure I let them know. I'll make sure that some fucking nobody gave me exposure. And,
Vanpleb says, I mean, I love every piece BM Chaps did for us. That's right. There you go, folks.
wow,
The reviews are flowing in.
both ends of the coin right there. If I do say so.
Happy customers in the
myself.
chat. I've done quite a few pieces for Matty F and Vanpleb throughout the
Are
years.
they good? Are you proud of them?
I'm proud of them, yeah. I like
Are you
them.
proud of what you've done?
I stand by it.
Do you stand?
I stand by it. I bleach my hair and I rap in my basement, and then I'm in the Final Destination movies. Wait, was that him?
What?
Who was in Final Destination? Who's the main kid? It's Stan.
In
That's
the music
Stan.
video, that's Stan?
Who's I might be wrong. Who's
Wait, you
Stan?
actually recognize the actor as who is Stan?
It might be Stan. I'm checking if it's Stan.
If this is true, you're gonna blow my fucking mind.
I hope I'm right.
We should have fucking played that song over that movie when we.
I forgot. Where do I find the actor? Actor. Oh, it turned out it was Dido. My bad.
Not so bad. Hey Slim, this is him. How you doing, man? My name is Jim. Actually, I'm kidding. It's Stan. I'm your man. I'm your biggest fan. This is Stan. This is Stan.
Yeah, the main guy in Final Destination, Devon Sawa, is Stan.
Is Stan? You fucking just blew my mind.
There you go. There you go, bud.
Blew my fucking mind. So wait, not only does he die,
In Final Destination.
Final Destination, well, between Final Destination 1 and 2, but he also.
Before you say
dies-
more, everybody, we're about to spoil Stan the music video. So
Stan the
spoiler
music
alert.
video. Spoilers for Stan the music video.
He dies in that.
He dies in that.
And he kills Dido too. And I don't know if it's canon. I'm not sure if she's still with us or not. Or
Yeah, rest in peace, Dido. Rip Torn in peace.
Dido died. Oh.
God damn it. Oh no. Oh.
Sorry everyone.
They had to know. God, Stan. Do you stan yourself though? Do you kidnap people and then take yourself and drive off of a cliff?
Only if Marshall Mathers does not write me back. But he always does.
He always
and
does.
I write him a lot and he always gets back to me. So
You've written him like 8 letters and you expect him to respond to each and every one.
Or I'll kill myself, yeah. And my girlfriend.
Yeah. And your girlfriend. By the way,
one of them M&S's, the old murder-suicide.
I'm a big fan of the sequel to the Stan music video, Stan by Me. Stan, by me, where Stan's standing right next to Slim Shady, and he's just like.
I thought Stand By Me was that movie where a bunch of kids with bleached hair go find a body by the railroad track.
No, you're thinking of Stand By Me. This is Stan, by me. Right next to Slim Shady.
Stan adjacent.
Stan adjacent. Yeah, Stan adjacent. Stan and Jason. Stand by me and Jason.
It's all happening. Now I want to make that. I want to take the poster for Stand By Me and just Photoshop their hair like bleach.
Yeah. All the kids have like Slim Shady like hair because they're all big fans.
Yeah.
Dude, this is just like violence. Stapled my eyelids with 9-inch nails. Fucked up like I did. How we see this dead body right here, dude. Damn, this is whack. I don't know what the kids.
Instead of Richard Dreyfuss, it's just Dr. Dre at the typewriter in the beginning of the movie.
Dr. Dreyfuss.
Wow. It was right there in front of me.
You're missing all these, man.
I know. Well, thankfully you're here to sweep up the crumbs I keep dropping on the floor. Leviathan Den says, I might have to get a piece for BM Chaps for real so I can canvas it and hang it in my VR room next to Takeo's work. There you go. I think that's a great idea.
You should commission an NFC from him, and then you can hang it in your fucking VR room, dude.
Yeah,
like your room inside VR.
I'll sell you a JPEG for $100,000 if you want.
Dude, buy a JPEG from him for like a house.
Do it. Do you want to know, if you're asking how to actually commission me, oh yeah, let's see, best way to get a hold of me, my
While
email,
Brandon plugs his info, I'm gonna sing Dido.
or my Instagram are the ways that most people get a hold of me. Let me post that info for you real quick.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm just punching in my email real quick.
I want to thank you for the best day of my life. Oh,
Get a hold of me on either of those, and I'll get back to you, and we can get something going.
What's your favorite Dido song?
That one, I guess, because I don't really know her
Yeah, I don't know
much of her music. Do you?
No, I don't know shit about Dido. I like that song too. Very pretty song.
Yeah. The original does not have Eminem in it.
No, it doesn't. I'm a big Sade fan. Loves me some Sade. How do you feel about Sade?
What's your favorite Sade song?
Paradise.
Oh my goodness. 1 second.
Paradise sounds like a Mario Kart 64 song, and I mean that in the best way possible.
That's a good quality, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what Sade. What's my favorite Sade song?
Do you know Paradise by Sade?
Probably, but I don't know it offhand. I'm always ashamed of like my music knowledge. I feel like I don't know what I should.
Excuse me, who showed me their records? I thought the Electric Light Orchestra was the Trans-Siberian Light Orchestra or whatever for the longest time. Or the
They're not.
Trans-Siberian. I thought that, yeah, so, like, don't trip. Don't even trip.
I don't know, like, I'm not like caught up on like modern music.
Oh, she's like from the 90s, like Sade.
Okay, well there you go. So I know even less of what I'm talking about. I probably recognize some of her music, honestly, because I listen to a lot.
I think
of
you have an
R&B.
R&B blind spot a little bit. Like I think
I've been trying to listen to a lot of R&B to try to fill that in, but you're right.
There's nothing wrong with that. You got a lot of classic rock knowledge.
But I always like to find more music that I like, so I'm always trying to branch out.
Anyways, on Spotify, check out Paradise by Sade. I'm saying that to you and to the chat. And then just remember that is one of Ian's favorite songs. I fucking love that song.
I'm gonna listen to it right now.
You should. If only we could play it on... I mean, we technically could, because YouTube would just like take the money that we don't make from this from us.
Probably won't play it just because.
That's fine. Now I'm gonna listen to Paradise by Sade. Sade.
Oh, it's funky.
Yeah.
So how's the fish man coming?
It's going fine. I have such a hard time drawing legs.
I mean, and fish legs too are the hardest. Actually, there's no wrong answers to fish legs because those aren't a thing.
I've been doing like a lot of figure drawing of people who are just like standing. Because I'm just like, how the fuck do legs look?
Oh yeah, I know the song.
I'd give you the world if it was mine. Great song. Love that song.
It's a goodie.
It's a good one.
Struggling with this foot. We're both having leg troubles.
We are. I would argue that like cowboy shot, like the parts of the body you see in a cowboy shot are the easiest parts of the body to draw. I mean, not everyone will probably agree, but for me, that is my situation at least.
Yeah, I think everybody has different things they're good at, but yes, I would tend to agree. I want to like practice my hands and feet, but it's a difficult one.
Yeah, they're not even like really very fun things to practice, in my opinion. But they're good practice. I should practice both of those things.
Some people just
practice feet
very like confidently can like make hands and feet look really good, and I'm not that person. I can get there, but it takes me a few tries.
I remember seeing the concept art for No More Heroes, because you can like get the concept art in the game through like unlockable things or whatever, like collectibles or shit like that. And I remember seeing like the concept art for all the characters, and like their feet were like drawn just really well for some reason. Like I remember I got obsessed with like how well the feet were drawn. I was just like, fuck, how do I draw feet like effortlessly like that? What was that?
That was when your foot fetish began.
Yeah, that's when I started to like really.
You're like, this just awoke something in me.
It's something. A part of my brain had been unlocked, and all of a sudden, I was knee deep in Crocs and covered in jizz.
Oh boy.
That's where I hit rock bottom, and after that, I knew I had to attend AA.
What? I just picture like people sitting in a circle, but they all have like they're like from the waist down, like covered up, no visible feet.
Everyone's just wearing boots. But wait, the boots. No, counterintuitive. Everyone's just wearing garbage bags on their legs.
And the guy who's like attracted to garbage bags comes to those meetings. He's like, ha, ha, ha.
Oh, shit.
A wolf among sheep.
So your serial killer is like Jeb the farmer?
Yeah, I was trying to do the farmer as my
Is that what
serial
your
killer.
prompt got?
It was just, farmer was I just looked up like a list of just nouns, and farmer was the one I went with. So I liked how vague yours was with just fish man, so.
I just got a great idea for bad movie night.
What's that?
We should watch the fucking Dungeon Siege movie.
I don't know what that movie is.
So Dungeon Siege is a video game series. And then, you remember that guy who was directing all those terrible video game movies, Uwe Boll?
Yes.
The Dungeon Siege is directed by Uwe Boll, stars Jason Statham, I want to say Val Kilmer.
Wow.
And like, I think Ian McShane.
How did he
like
get
a number
these
of
people?
like big name actors.
It's like Uwe Boll's like what people didn't know yet.
No, this was like after he'd already directed like Postal, Far Cry.
How does he get these roles? People, that's weird.
I don't know.
Or these jobs.
But it's so bad, and the reason I thought of it was because Jason Statham's character's name is Farmer.
Oh, okay.
It's his name in the movie, and then like somebody in the movie says like, "Why is his name Farmer?" And then they're just like, "Well, he is a farmer." So that's what he calls himself.
Sade also does Smooth Operator.
Oh yeah, that's a great
I know
song.
that one. So yeah, I know.
Your favorite show?
Well, I'm listening to her right now. I wasn't familiar with the artist's name, but I've heard a lot of her songs, so I'm listening to some right now.
She's great. I love her a lot. She makes great music.
Smooth Operator is her most popular song on Spotify.
Interesting.
Paradise is not in the top 5.
Are you serious?
Oh, I'm serious. I mean, this is just
What
I think it just gets
crazy.
decided by listens, so, you know.
Yeah, it does.
Not necessarily
how are
like
people just not playing Paradise on loop 24/7? That baffles me.
You need to start doing that. Get those numbers up.
I'm going to, actually. I would listen to that song on loop, and I will now. I'll just drive around in the Crew for like 8 hours again and fucking listen to that
How have you
song
been
on
enjoying
loop.
the Crew? You've been playing it quite a bit.
Okay. So I like it, but also Forza had like way better like car physics and bet driving and less dumb game modes. Like in the Crew, they have you do these missions where like the target had like there's a target and they have health and you gotta smash your car into them until their health goes down all the way down. Kind of like Burnout, but like a little different and definitely not nearly as fun because like you can smash into a car and then like they'll crash into a tree, but it only counts against their health if you're like for the hits from your car. So even if like this car like wrecks itself, like falls off of a cliff, it's still gonna have the same health because like you're not doing that damage to it. So that's frustrating. And then the car is also just like uncannily good at like getting itself back to like full speed already while like you just smash your car into them, so you gotta like get your car all good to go. So it's a very frustrating game mode and a lot of like missions in that game do that. So
okay. You're just
I
buying
like it.
time
It's
till
fun.
Forza comes out.
Yeah, I'm just biding my time. I like racing games. I like open world racing games because then I can just drive the fuck around and have a good time, and I enjoy doing that the most.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying the practice of racing before like we really get into it playing Forza with Austin, who's going to wipe the floor with us.
I'm gonna be the worst, but that's all right.
Yeah,
I still have fun.
teach you.
I just want them. I want my car to, in real life, to be represented in the world of Forza. My shitty
It's
Pontiac Grand Prix.
I would believe that they would do that. Like if that game has like Forza
didn't do it in
4
the
has
last
so
one.
many goddamn cars.
I want to drive my garbage car so that, you know, it's what I know. I know how she handles shittily. So yeah,
Like garbage.
it does. Being repaired right now, which sucks because kind of don't want to repair it. Kind of want to get something else, but right now, paying for a wedding and other things, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just fix this instead of buying something new.
That's fair. Sometimes you gotta stay in fourth gear for a little while longer in order to make that turn. You know what I mean, man? You know what I mean.
Leviathan Den asks, can we play Phasmo together if I use VR? Yes, I believe that works.
Yeah,
We were doing Sounder.
Phasmo with...
Dr. Soundcheck was using VR, wasn't he?
Yeah.
At one point, yeah.
Although he stopped because that game like gave him huge headaches.
Yeah.
Well, they've probably fixed it since then because they've made like huge updates to that game.
Nice. I still haven't played. I should get that. Play around with you guys.
Yeah, it's a fun time. There's still like not a lot of content in it, but they're like slowly, you know, improving things. The most recent update was pretty substantial, and they like changed the graphics for like a bunch of stuff, but like it all looks better. And they've also like added new types of evidence you can get to catch ghosts, and like new types of ghosts, and like new mechanics, and they tweaked like old mechanics so they work better. So the game is like constantly improving, and so it's been cool kind of tracking its progress, especially because it started as development being made by just one guy.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he only like just, or I don't know what if it's like a man or a woman or you know, someone on the spectrum of the gender spectrum, but I do know that they like recently like finally hired somebody to help with the coding and somebody to like help with the art design and things like that in the game. And it's just kind of wild that they like I couldn't imagine like just putting together like a fun little game just for shits and giggles, and then it pops off like Phasmophobia did. Like,
Right.
And you're
Yeah,
just
that'd be wild.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Seems to be a lot of those stories these days. It's kind of cool that like you can get your stuff out to people now.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to be like, there's resources for, you know, getting your things out there, and if you have an idea that's like hits the right things for people, it can pop off.
Yeah. I remember being very inspired by the story of Toby Fox and like how they like, you know, got Undertale made, and like that popped off like a crazy amount.
Yeah.
So I remember I wouldn't mind trying to like make a game, but like I also like I would need to know that like somebody can code this, and like how would I even do that? Like would I pay somebody? Like how
I'd love to make a game if I knew how. I wish there was some kind of like, there's like that, we've talked about it in the past, there's this thing on PlayStation called Dreams, and it's like this like pretty intuitive studio that allows you to not only like mold 3D very, very like simply, but also you can create games, and they have all these tools, and it's pretty cool. The only problem is that you can only play them you have to own the game to play them, and you have to be on PlayStation, so it just like narrows this thing that could be so cool down, and it's hard to control with the controller. So like if you were like for making 3D stuff and modeling, so like if you could just put that exact program, you don't have to change a thing, and put it on like a PC, it would be amazing, and we could make all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot
Have
of
you
fun.
ever messed around with Unreal, the Unreal Engine?
I haven't personally, but I know that you know, you can do a lot with that if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like a bunch of tutorials. I bought at like around this time last year, I bought RPG Maker MV. Which is like, you know, handy for making little JRPG games.
Right.
And I wouldn't mind, like I started working on stuff in it, and then like I was like, ugh, so much effort. But I really wouldn't mind making like a simple RPG. Like it wouldn't even be like the gameplay obviously wouldn't be the big like draw from it, but like rather like the fun art, like the humor and like the like character designs and like the story and things like that. I'd like to do that sometime, but it is like the kind of thing that would take a lot of work. But I figured maybe I could stream myself working on that at some point.
Yeah,
and then
I think people would like that.
Yeah.
That Dreams, I love how intuitive it is. It's like very like straightforward for making stuff, and it's also very built for collaboration. You can like create like resources, like whether it's a model or music or whatever, and then you can put it out like so multiple people can work on the same project very like seamlessly. And I just want to do that on the computer. That's all I want.
Have you ever seen Coldo? Like the animations?
Haven't.
Coldo. I'm gonna link the first episode in the DrawBomb Discord, and I'll send it to you too. But Coldo's like this group of animations by, I think the guy is Scottish, but it stars like this character Coldo and like his flying hover car thingy, and it's all just pretty goofy. But it's animated.
Dreams, isn't it?
It's made in Dreams, yeah.
Yeah, I have seen that. I just forgot the name of it.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool how like he uses Dreams to make these animations, and like they look really nice. Like I like the way they look. I think that guy has experimented with. That might be the same guy who I was talking before about. I don't think he's the Dog of Wisdom guy. Now that I think about it, but you know,
no, it's not.
I was discussing with some folks about like different ways you can sort of live control, like do puppet stuff like with computers that are all very interesting and cool, and that stuff like kind of like really interests me.
Yeah.
And Dreams is kind of just fits that little like that niche, or Coldo does at least, you know.
Yeah, he has. If you go to like his You can like follow specific creators on the game too, and if you go to his page, he has a bunch of interesting, kind of funny stuff that he makes.
Nice.
But yeah, I like the concept. It's just it's too bad it's stuck on PlayStation.
Yeah, it's so hobbled by its like main limitation.
Cool idea though. You can make some really cool stuff with it.
Yeah, I love that Seinfeld apartment one that I saw.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think it's so cool.
Somebody made this game where you play as Jerry's nephew, and then it turns into like a horror game, and like at a certain point, there's like a kaiju-sized Jerry walking around a town, and you're like running.
So good.
It's pretty cool.
I did so like Epic has this thing called Core, which is kind of like Dreams and Little Big Planet and all that stuff, but like on this Epic.
Oh yeah, you were trying that out.
Game. I was playing that because they have like these dead mouse worlds you can like walk around in and explore. I think it's over now. I think I've missed checking out the rest of them, but it's like first of all, they were doing like live dead mouse concerts in the game, so you had to show up at a specific time to see the concert. I didn't see any of them. But then they have like a bunch of worlds you can walk around in and explore, and they have like 5 floating dead mouse heads that you have to like collect in each world. And then like when you do that, if you did that for like each of the 19 worlds, you get entered into a raffle to like win like lifetime passes to dead mouse concerts.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind that. I mean, that'd be fucking cool to have. Obviously, a raffle is a huge long shot, but you know, the part I enjoyed the most was like walking around these worlds in the program. It's called Core. But walking around in those worlds, I really enjoyed, because I love the idea of like in video games, like you can like the different like environments you can explore makes it almost like a 3D art gallery sort of thing, if that makes sense. And I love that aspect about it, because like in the worlds, like there's one where it's just like this really cool decrepit like metalwork statue and like a fucking like lying down dead mouse robot that's like got its battery pulled out or whatever. And then there's like one where it's like an abandoned bar, and there's like giant COVID viruses like shooting lasers at cop cars and stuff like that. And it's like fun to kind of explore the space and see all these like details and you know, just world building that they sort of environmental storytelling and stuff that they do.
I remember during COVID, during when E3 would have been, Devolver Digital made like a free game that was just like a convention center that's like overrun with like these monsters, and like you actually get to like see about their new games in there while you're like exploring. And then it was fine, but it was like a cool way to do that. Yeah,
I love that idea.
That was pretty clever.
Lord Spew, Sean Glaze, he did a virtual convention recently, where your booth, you like, it was like a digital convention. You could like make yourself, I think, an avatar to walk around in it and stuff like that. But like each booth, the artist was allowed to design it like a level. So like cool. Spew made his whole booth like an underground sewer with like a wrestling ring in it and things like that. And I really like that idea of like making like this digital workspace. I don't know, I just liked it, like the fact that it all becomes like an art gallery, like you're looking at like a whole bunch of people's like different interpretations and creative output and things like that. Like I love that stuff.
I liked it a lot too. Cool use of this resource, like in a kind of a new, interesting way.
Yeah. And you know, it's just like, it's cool because it just gives it's fun shit to explore. I like that. I like exploring these sort of curated spaces. I like it. And that's all I have to say about that.
Ian, do you have anything to plug?
You know, I heard there's this show where like these 2 douche nozzles freaking just talk about like movies and video games and draw for like 2 hours.
Really?
It's called DrawBomb. Check it out at 8 p.m. Mondays. Come watch us bullshit.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
That sounds like my kind of show.
I'm gonna be finishing. I'm finishing up work on a project. I don't want to like talk about it till it's done. I was gonna have it finished, my work finished for it by yesterday, but then my computer did the whole thing. So once everything is set up again, I'm gonna be cramming to get that shit done.
Oh
But
yeah.
fucking check us out. Like when I do announce it, check us out. Please, Shiny Doggy in the chat. I'm actually working on it with Shiny Doggy.
Oh, that's
Very
awesome.
pumped about that. Yeah. And I also have a friend just offered to have me work on a music video for them for money. So we'll see how that goes.
Gotta love that. You gotta
How about
love
you?
that.
You know how we were talking about how I never remember to ask people back, like,
If they have things
like,
to plug.
how their day was. Yeah,
Mhm.
if they have things to plug. So anyways, thanks for watching DrawBomb tonight, folks.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Do you have
Thanks
anything
all.
that you want to plug?
Right now, just the show. Thanks for watching. Come back next week for more. We got.
Did anyone draw along? I'm gonna check the Discord.
Oh, yeah,
Probably
good call.
Not, but
Probably.
I doubt it. But yeah, we don't got any DrawBomb along, so that's okay.
That's all right. That's all right. We got Fishman and the Farmer.
Fishman and the Farmer. Who do you think would win?
So Fishman has an axe or a cleaver.
Cleaver, yeah.
The Farmer seems to only have brute force and
Yeah, you didn't
knowledge
even
of
give him,
the
like, a
land.
pitchfork or something like that. Like,
I was going to, and then I was just like, then I didn't. I don't know why.
What is in like the movie that you kind of imagine for this serial killer character? Does he have like a shotgun and like a pitchfork? Like, does he like have like
He
sort of
probably has.
stereotypical farmer weapons?
Or maybe he just like. Maybe it's like Jaws. He can only get you if you go in a field.
Yeah. You're gonna enter his cornfield.
He just stands in the edge of the cornfield staring at you if you come in. The farmer will cultivate you.
It's a corn maze, and the farmer's actually just like hiding in the corn maze, killing people like who are in there. Like
It's a corn maze, and it's whoever makes it to the center wins a great prize. So all these dummies are coming to the maze. And now the farmer is coming for you. He doesn't talk,
right, that's
probably.
Yeah,
he just like spits like chewing tobacco, like. And like.
Maybe he
He
like
says
goes,
this-
yeehaw from the like a wolf
Yeah,
in, like
you
the
hear
distance, you know,
echoing.
like how wolves. Yeah,
Yep.
I love it.
Tell me about the Fishman.
That's like it's the son from the A Shape of Water characters. And it's really mad about it, so he fucking kills people and turns them into sushi.
So he's kind of a cannibalistic figure.
Yeah, a little bit.
How do you turn a person into sushi? I guess. You just put
Just
it.
chop them up and put
Yeah,
them
I
next
guess.
to rice.
I guess it doesn't have to be seafood for it to be sushi.
Yeah.
It can be human meat.
Human meat.
All right. Well,
Alrighty,
on that note, thanks everyone for watching.
folks.
Thanks,
time.
Leviathan Dan. I did see that you said you emailed me. I will get back to you on that. Thank you. Van Plev,
yeah.
we got Shiny Doggy, Maddie F.
Matty F.
Thanks for
Everybody
watching.
appearance.
We appreciate it. I'm
Nightbot.
gonna play us out.
DrawBomb.
I like this intro. I guess it's an outro now.
Yeah.
Before it was an
the
intro.
theme. Yeah. This is the reprise.
That's right. The reprisal.
Reprisal starring Bruce Willis. There it goes.
Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.